Judy Kimsey, how are you?
I am well, Mike Shaw.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So Judy Kimsey, if you don't know, she is the director of the Van Alstyne Public Library system and all of your cast of characters, which are going to be on this show.
Woohoo! Can't wait.
I'm very excited about it. It's called The Next Chapter. We get together once a month to preview the coming up month. So it'll be May coming up.
It would indeed. Yes, we've got an exciting month, and I believe Misty and Ben have done their pieces to tell you more detail about the individual events and programs we've got coming.
That's right. So that's right. As we're filming this, I've already talked to them. So they were great, and as you'll find out. And then you have a section coming up too.
You bet.
Right.
I got the leftovers, which was not the big flashy stuff, but wanted to talk a little bit about a program that we've been hosting now for several years, and that is our adult book club. It meets every third Monday at 12 o'clock. It is a sack lunch book club, and so the idea is that you read the book, join us at noon for discussion, and bring your lunch.
So when they come in to discuss, right? So presumably you've read the book, and so everyone has takes on what's going on in the book. Is that kind of the gist?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And, the phenomenon of two people witness the same thing will come away with a different recollection. Right. And so, a group of people sharing their insights and opinions, and it's a very interesting discussion.
That does sound like fun. I imagine you have your regulars, but anybody's free to come and go.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Right? So you're adding and all the time, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone is welcome to join at any time. If you haven't read the book and just want to join in and meet the other participants, you're welcome to do that.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So what's this month's book?
This month's book is written by Catherine Hyde, and it is called Don't Let Me Go.
Oh.
And they meet on May the 19th.
Okay.
Third Monday, noon.
Okay. So now you know the name of the book. You have time to come to the library, check it out, or you can get it through an audiobook, I would imagine, through your library card.
Libby may have an audio or a digital ebook copy to check out.
That's what I love about the modern library and this library in particular. Just so many different ways to get so many things done.
Yes.
It still blows my mind.
It is.
Like that. All right, so pretty neat. All right, get the book, read it, and then come discuss.
Absolutely.
Amongst yourselves. I'm verklempt. And just like that, here's Ben George. He's the operations supervisor here at the Van Alstyne Public Library. Ben, welcome to the show.
Hey, it's good to be here.
I almost called you Van Alstyne, Ben, talking too fast.
Listen, I've been here a long time. At some point, I'll get at the label.
You've been called worse, is the proper
certainly.
response.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's the proper response. Anyway.
I didn't think I could do that in a city video, but we'll go with that.
Yes, you can. All right, Ben. So you have several segments coming up. They'll be, we're taking them in chronological order. And so you're up front. You're first because the first event is an exciting one. Comic Book Day.
Yeah, May 3rd, Saturday, from 10 to 2 while we're open at the library. We will be passing out comic books. We'll have activities and games for the kids. Mm-hmm. But if you come at 11:30, we'll have story time with Spider-Man.
What?
Yep, absolutely.
Wait, the Spider-Man?
The Spider-Man.
Like Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
He's gonna read us a daring tale of his exploits.
Okay.
He'll let you train with his web shooters. And we'll make sure every kid who wants to gets a picture with him.
Wait, you can do web shooters with Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's going to bring his web shooters.
Okay, and I get a free comic book?
You get a free comic book.
Just for showing up?
Just for showing up.
Oh my goodness, okay. So that sounds like a really fun time for kids of all ages.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you done this sort of thing before?
Yeah, I've been doing it for 5 years as part of my work here. But we've been doing it even longer than that. It's put on by Diamond, the major comic book distributor.
I remember them.
And they partner with libraries throughout the country, so we're excited to be part of it.
Okay, very cool. Have you ever had Spider-Man here before?
Yes, our first year was last year.
Okay.
And we had so much fun. It was such a good event. We invited him back out again this year.
So he's in your Rolodex.
He is. He actually is.
Yeah, he probably does have a Rolodex, Spider-Man is. All right, so comic books. Favorite comic book?
Favorite comic book?
Or favorite comic? I mean, favorite, comic book series.
Favorite comic book series. Yeah. That would be the Batgirl Volume 3.
Batgirl Volume 3, okay. And favorite hero or heroine?
That'd be the character from Batgirl Volume 3, Stephanie Brown.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite villain?
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. Okay, why Lex?
I loved him in Superman the Animated Series.
Okay.
Every time he had an episode, is one of my
All
favorites.
right, he's an evil genius, you know.
He is.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because you're evil doesn't mean you're not a genius.
You know, you can be both evil and smart.
You can, but use your smarts for good, kids.
Yeah. Well, and you gotta love Gene Hackman in Superman the movie.
Oh,
That was amazing.
It's just yeah. And his, just his recent passing, it's like brings it back to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure a lot of people have been watching that in the last month or two
absolutely.
too. So for sure. So comic book day, you don't want to miss it. I don't care how old you are, if you're a kid inside or you actually have a real kid. Come to the library. May 2nd, 10 to 2.
May 3rd.
May 3rd, 10 to 2.
Yep, that's Saturday.
That's
10 to
right.
2.
That's why Ben's here, and I'm not running this thing. All right, Ben, thank you. We'll have you on in a coming segment,
Sounds
upcoming.
good.
So stay right there. All right, joining me now is Misty Terry. She's the Adult Services Librarian here at the library. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Fantastic, thank you. You've got a couple things coming up in May.
I do. It's a busy month.
Pretty exciting. Sourdough.
Yeah, we've actually got Lauren Cannon, who's the librarian at the Sherman Public Library,
Mhm.
and she's going to come down here and teach a sourdough baking class for us.
Oh, that's really cool. So libraries, you guys all hang together, you share resources. It makes you stronger.
Librarians are helpers.
That's right. I noticed that. Every time I come in here, I get help. I learn something new pretty much every time. And so let me ask you this, because I've heard this. The sourdough starter, is that what it's called?
hmm
Has to be named.
Oh, yeah.
Does this starter have a name?
Well, we're actually going to be learning how to make our own starters.
Okay.
My personal starter at home is named Sauron. But yes.
That's too clever. That's the best. That might be the best starter name of all time. Are you the only one with the Sauron? Do you register these names? So no one else
I
can
don't
use
know if there's
them?
a registry
Okay,
somewhere,
all
but
right,
I haven't
all right.
heard of another Sauron.
All right. So the sourdough class, well, when is it?
It is going to be on May 10th
Okay.
at 11 a.m. here at the library in our adult services programming area.
Okay, do I have to bring anything? Just
Show up.
sourdough starter name ideas?
Exactly.
Right. And then, so I'm going to learn how to do this process from start to finish, I
Yeah,
guess.
she's going to walk us through starting our own starter, what we need to bake the bread and do the whole process. And
Yeah.
she's just basically sourdough 101.
Okay, great. And so when I leave, am I leaving with something or just the knowledge of how to do it?
Just the knowledge, unless you're the lucky winner of our book giveaway. And there will be we're doing a giveaway for Lauren's favorite sourdough book, The Sourdough Whisperer, which is also included in our new kit.
Okay. Speaking of kits, let's talk about the kits now. I'm going to shoot this separately and lay it over on top of what we're
Sure.
talking about. So tell me what's in the kit.
So we have a new program that's Explore More Kits.
Right.
These are kits for adult hobbies.
Yep.
And the first one that's coming out is sourdough, and it includes your sourdough proofing baskets, dough whisk, a lame, which is the little razor that you cut the slits in the top of the bread. It
What?
includes,
You need a special razor called a lame?
apparently,
This is very fancy, very
I just-
French. Lame.
I use an X-Acto knife at home.
Yeah, right, exactly. Do you call it a lame?
Yes.
Yes.
Very fancy that way.
It's more expensive that way.
We've got a book in there. We've got the Sourdough Whisperer book in there, as well as other books here in the library that you can check out. But there's one in the kit as well,
Of course.
and that'll be the first of several kits that are coming out.
Right. Okay. So now with the kits, I'm familiar because we talked about this last month, but sourdough kit specifically,
Mhm.
so when you take that home, it sounds like you have everything you need to get started.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're done with that, do you end up with your own starter from the starter that's in the kit, or how does that work?
We don't have a starter in the kit.
Okay.
That's one of the great reasons to come to our sourdough class this week.
Yes. Get the starter, then get the kit.
Is to learn how to make your own starter. But then once you have a starter, the sourdough kit has all of the tools and all of the knowledge you need to turn that sourdough starter into some bread.
Okay, very good. And then on the event itself, what are the requirements to win the book? You just have to be present
Just
to
show
win.
up.
Just show up.
Yep, we'll do a drawing for that book.
And just write your name on a piece of paper kind of thing. Ben will close his eyes and
Something like that.
something
Yeah.
like that. Okay, right, all right, sounds good. There's more than one kit in May.
Yes. We have a second kit coming out in May that is our crochet kit. So that has your crochet hooks.
Okay.
It's got 2 books.
Oh.
One whether you want to learn traditional crochet, and one if you want to learn how to do amigurumi. It's a fun
Explain
word.
yourself.
It's crocheted stuffed animals.
Oh, wow.
The kit also includes all the other tools that you need, like
Mhm.
your scissors and your tape measures, and a little pouch of tiny eyes for your stuffed animals.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. Oh my goodness, that's great. So, so if you bring the kit and you make a stuffed animal and you use the eyes, is that okay? You guys
Yep.
replace them?
Yeah, we have the yarn and the eyes will be replaced after each person checks
Okay.
it out. So
So knock yourself out.
absolutely.
Learn some stuff and actually build something or make something or knit something
Crochet something.
or crochet something.
Crocheters don't like it when you call it knitting. It's a different thing.
I'm in trouble already. Story of my life. Oh my gosh. Yeah, very good. And so, yeah, come in and get hooked on that.
Absolutely. That's a nice pun. I like
I
that.
did on purpose, you know. You know me. All right, great. So, and then the sourdough, that's a wonderful thing. And then, yeah, there's other adult kits and also kits for kids of all
Yeah,
ages.
there will be more adult kits coming out about once a month.
All right. Let's see here. So we have, gardening club.
Yes.
I mean, we've had April flowers
So, you know,
or April showers.
we have had
messed that
plenty of April showers.
Yes, right.
So, you know, gardening is one of our biggest things at the
Mhm.
library.
Yeah.
Always one of our most popular programs. And Becky Hoganson, who is one of
Mhm.
our most popular gardening teachers, came up with this idea a while back that she wanted to have an informal gardening club that was
Okay.
open to everybody, no matter their age or their experience level. And so we had the first club meeting back in January,
Mhm.
and they meet once a month here. It alternates between either meeting on a Tuesday evening or Saturday afternoon so that everyone can participate. And it's called the Shoots and Sprouts Society.
That's very good. All right. And so everything gardening.
Yeah, it's a different topic each month.
Mhm.
A lot of times Becky has a speaker who comes in, and then usually there's a lot of just gardening chit chat before or after, and everyone's
Right.
kind of sharing what they've done
Right.
since the last club. It's a lot of fun. Topic in our May meeting is going to be on Saturday, May 17th
Okay.
at 12:30,
It's important.
and it's going to be the amazing world of mushrooms. Yeah, so they're
Okay.
going. Marie Davies
Yep.
is a master gardener, and she's going to come and talk about finding safe mushrooms to eat and growing your own medicinal mushrooms and other fairy tale
That's
mushrooms.
fascinating. That's fascinating because you do not want to eat the wrong mushroom. For a couple reasons. One is you might get a really bad upset stomach, or two, you might die. You could die. You don't want to die.
No,
No,
I prefer not
I
to.
prefer not to. So, but if you get good at identifying mushrooms, you can pick them in the wild.
You can have a lovely little mushroom salad.
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. Add a little vinegar and some olive oil. That sounds pretty good.
Sounds good.
All right. So all about mushrooms on May 17th. What was the time again?
It's at 12:30.
12:30. So noon 30.
Correct.
So yeah, all these gardening classes, is it year round? Because there's stuff to garden all the time.
Yeah, so we
There's
do
always
try to
something.
offer gardening classes year round. We'll do spring classes, fall classes, just random classes throughout the year, and then obviously the garden club is once a month. So that's even if we don't have a specific gardening class going on that month, there'll be a garden club happening that month.
Okay. Misty, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Happy May. We'll see you on TV.
Yay.
All right. Back on the show. Here he is. Ben George, the operations supervisor here at the Van Alstyne Public Library. Sir, how have you been in the last 8 minutes?
I've been fantastic.
Okay,
You know,
not much-
no complaints.
Any updates in your life? Any big things happen?
You know, I had a couple of tragedies befall me. We don't need to talk about that
Okay,
now.
all right. Yeah, maybe later. Okay. Off camera.
Off camera, yeah.
Okay, of course. All right. So we're taking things in chronological order. We're getting towards the end of the month. Every library has friends of the library. I've lived in lots of different places throughout my career, and every library has friends of the library. And guess what? So do you.
Yeah, our group's really awesome. They do a ton of really amazing programs for us. They do a lot of fundraising for the library. They actually pay for the majority of the summer reading program, which we'll talk about that in the next bit. And They do things like the brick fundraisers. If you want to get your name in a brick or at all the parks, you
Okay.
can do that too.
Yeah, you just did foreshadowing.
Yeah, you know.
You did. You teased.
It's like I've been around. It's like I've been around the block a few times.
Yes, you have. My favorite literary, I forgot the word I'm looking for, is personification.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite. You can't go wrong. All right, so back to Friends of the Library. So they're your fundraising arm, and you guys have a great fundraising event coming up.
Yeah, the spring book fair is coming up. So we have one in the spring and one in the fall.
Okay.
It's one of our biggest fundraisers every year, and it's going to be May 29th, 30th, and 31st at the Grayson College South Campus.
Okay, so right there at the end of the month. And each day is a little different. So Friday's a little different, especially Friday.
Yeah, Thursday's going to be our preview night.
Okay.
So $5 cover.
Thursday.
But you'll get to come in. You'll get first dibs on the books. You get to see them all right after they finish setting up. They'll have snacks that night, and it's a lot of fun. If you can make it any night, that's the one I recommend.
Thursday night. Okay. So tell us a little bit more about how it actually works, the logistics.
Yeah.
of it
So
all.
when you get there, you can look around, see what you want, and then when you decide, you can purchase either a small bag, a large bag, or a box. Fill it up with as many books as you can fit, and they'll charge you based on that.
Okay. So it's important to get there as early as you can.
Mm-hmm.
The later you get in the weekend, the slimmer the pickings.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be, no matter when you come, there'll be a great selection.
Okay.
They never completely sell out.
Right.
But yeah, that's part of the reason the preview night is so awesome, is because you get first dibs.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. And so it's books and DVDs.
Books, DVDs. There's going to be some kids stuff, all sorts of stuff for adults.
VHS stuff.
No VHS. We stopped taking those a few years back.
Oh, okay.
We also stopped taking music CDs.
People quit rewinding.
Yeah. Though there actually will be some audiobooks on CD. So if you
Really?
have an older relative who still listens to books on CD,
Nice.
we will have some there.
Yeah. I wish I'd have kept my Walkman.
There you go. Then when you're at the park, the New Heinz Park,
Yeah,
right?
right, exactly.
Going
right.
trails.
Yep, that'd be perfect. All right, so that's exciting. So get some good deals on some good books and some good materials, DVDs and whatnot, and help the library.
Help the library, yes.
Right.
Yeah, Thursday is going to be 6 to 8 p.m. Friday is going to be 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And Saturday is going to be 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Okay, great. And people were reading along on the handy graphic that I put on the screen.
Perfect.
I know.
We'll get you anything you need.
Right. So we'll see you there. So I'll definitely be there. Now you're in the next segment too.
I've heard rumors.
So we're not even going to take a break. We're just going to
even
go
better.
right into the next
Sounds
segment.
good.
Which is really exciting because it's kind of the gateway to summer, right?
Absolutely.
The last day of the month, May 31st. Parks and Rec is doing their Splash Bash,
Yeah.
and you guys are part of that.
Yeah, starting 2 years ago, we started partnering with the Parks Department. They do their big splash bash, and we put our library kickoff there at the same event.
Okay.
We'll bring some face painters and a balloon twister, and we'll get you signed up for all our summer reading stuff. We'll get the handouts with all the information, and we love partnering with them to kick off our summer reading program.
Okay, so you may not know this. Face painters, is it water-resistant face paint?
Usually.
Okay, all right, you did know. I should have known that you would know. All right,
Yeah.
very good. So, and this kind of a preview, foreshadow of June and July, because on the 31st, you're going to really launch into the summer and your summer events.
Yeah, summer's always a big part of the library stuff. We want to keep kids engaged and learning and active mentally throughout the summer. It's a real problem that kids, spend so much time away from school in the month. They call it the summer slump.
They do, yeah.
They got the names for it and everything.
They do.
But yeah, especially for Van Alstyne students, we partnered with the schools. So if you're tracking your steps throughout the school year, you can track your steps in our program all summer long.
Right.
We'll have more to announce later, but we'll have events every Monday at 10:30 a.m. as well as the events June 14th and July 12th at 10:30 a.m. for all our families who work during the week.
Right. It's going to be a great summer of fun and learning. I always like to say accidental learning.
Yep.
That's why I
Yeah.
like to have fun with this stuff.
It's accidental for the kids. It's very on purpose for us.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Absolutely right. So yeah, and reading to me is the most important skill that a human can have. When I used to speak to schools back in the weatherman days, teachers would have me out to speak to their class, and I would never leave without telling them, it's like, be the best reader you can be, because if you can read and read well, you can teach yourself anything. And AI will lie to you, so don't trust it. It might get there eventually, but
It's not there yet.
not there yet. So learn to read and think for yourself. And the library is here to help you do just that. All right. Well, we're really looking forward to that event.
Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun. Be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
So come on out to the Central Social District for that one.
Yeah, and then leave with a poodle made out of balloons.
Yeah, they always do poodles. You got to have one.
You have to.
Yeah.
They take requests now.
Yeah.
They're quite good.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right.